The first thing is kind of, I get to decide where we're gonna start this race. So I'm here rather than just being like, I'm gonna go out and under or whatever and start this cut from a stationary spot. Like, I have the advantage as the offensive player to say, we're gonna start this race like on my terms, which is gonna be when I'm a little closer to you and at a faster pace. So what I do a lot is I come forward, I dictate when I wanna start. I'll often do like one jab step a direction as sort of like a micro movement to make you adjust something.
Yeah.
To make you not just be able to start exactly where you were just at, you know, a couple yards back. So I'll make one jab to make you adjust a little bit, and then I'm kind of starting my first cut in a way. And then I'm cutting out here, and this is where I can kind of like make a decision of like, if I'm wide open, I obviously can continue, but usually a defender isn't gonna be faked out by a little jab step that much. So that's when, like, as I'm coming out, I'm stopping, and then I'm kind of making an assessment of like, are you gonna like blow by me and I sneak under? Or like, are you really committed to this under? And as I'm stopping, you're really stopping, and then I can like continue to go out. So I like having like the initial move to make you adjust something, and then attacking a space hard, like chopping my feet to make a cut, and then deciding where to go, essentially based on how you react to it. It's like, I haven't totally made my decision. I'm making you make small adjustments. The key to that is you still need to be decisive. So like, people run into issues where like, they make, you know, 15 moves back and forth, and you don't ever have to adjust.
Yeah.
Like, these little moves have to be dangerous enough so that you have to make even slight adjustments. Otherwise, I'm just hurting myself. I think a lot of cutting is like, it's like if I can try to find kind of your back or like get to a spot where you have to turn your hips, then I'm in a much more powerful position than when you're like in a ready position. And so like attacking what you want to take away like forces you to make a decision in that way. So like if I can, as an offensive player, like swim past you and get in this spot, then like I have the entire field to work with. And maybe you'll beat me there, but you're right. It's like, if I keep you here, like you're never gonna beat me to this open side. Like you might be able to swim to the inside, but a good thrower is gonna lead me here and you're not gonna be able to stop it. So I think that is a valuable point, is if I can get past you to the open side, I'm usually gonna try to take advantage of that.
If you're looking to get the most out of Ultimate this year, then trust me as your personal coach. I got my strength and conditioning certification last year, and I've been working with thousands of players for the last decade to make them the best player possible. You get a free consultation, description below. And if you want to proceed, then we'll work together to map out your plan week in, week out, so you can be the best player that you've always wanted to be.
When I'm cutting, I'm mostly going as hard as I can, but I do like, especially setting up a cut, oftentimes I like walk or jog into it. But even like during the cut, it's like, that's what helps about those small moves a little bit, is like, it gives me information as I'm moving to like how you're playing me, where you're overcommitting, like where I can get your hips to move so that I can then change speeds or change directions, rather than being like, I am going to make a 5-yard cut out and run under. Like that's where I think it works for some cutters. Like I don't think there's one right way to cut. I think for me personally, I get the most success when I'm being creative in a cut, being comfortable changing what your plan was in a cut, because you're setting yourself up in a position where you can still attack 2 spaces. And I want to keep myself in a position on the field where both of those remain options
Available.
for me. Yeah. But there's also times where like one jab step and go is all you need, or even just going, depending on the setup of the defender. Another thing to think about when you're cutting is you want to maintain both your horizontal space, but also your vertical space. So I don't want to get in a situation where I am like way out here and this is going to be like a 70-yard perfect throw and you just don't have to respect it and you can just sit under, and then like my undercut becomes impossible. Something to think about if you're doing this as a drill is like these cuts aren't going to be perfect. Like I wasn't happy with a lot of the cuts, and like that's going to be true in the games, right? Like you're not going to make a perfect cut every time, but it's getting to a space where you can get the disc. Like that I rounded way more than I wanted to, but I did a good job early getting on the outside. So even though I rounded, I had your weight going deep a little bit and I was still able to get open, even though like I'd prefer that cut to be at a sharper angle. So I think it's good to run through these and have a defender in the same way we're doing it, talk through like what was hard for you to guard, like what were the spots where maybe you were off balance, where you thought I could have taken advantage of something that I didn't because I thought, oh, he's in a good position. So I think on teams you're working with and players you're practicing this with, it's really valuable to be able to talk through like what was something you struggled with guarding? Like did you start really picking up on these little jab steps and like this was just a wasted movement? Was it more difficult for you when I really focused on trying to get around your seal? Because then you can keep adding on to these things like as you work.
If you want to support this channel, then please consider Evergreen jerseys for your next team order. The link is in the description below. The more orders Evergreen gets, the more content we can bring you and the ultimate community.